You may now proceed.
Your love was planted for too long, taken for granted, only made me stronger. I'll no longer be.
Can you believe she's only 23? Music from Lady Jenn. Enjoying some huge success right now. And I would wonder for somebody like, by the way, it's News Radio 1620. Welcome to the show, Pensacola right now. I'd like to chat this because here's somebody on the verge of stardom. She's obviously going to have an amazing career. But then you look back at other young performers over the years, and I mean, you can have your pick. You've got Britney Spears, you've got Lindsay Lohan, Amy Winehouse. How on earth do you avoid the temptation and stuff like that? The investigation into Amy Winehouse's death has found that it was caused by having drinking. The singer was found dead at her home in London over the summer. Ollie Barat reports for News Radio 1620.
The coroner recorded a verdict of misadventure after the inquest heard Amy Winehouse was more than 5 times over the drink-drive limit when she died. 1 small and 2 large bottles of vodka were found at her flat, but the court also heard Amy Winehouse had been dry in the 3 weeks before her death, and toxicology tests showed there were no illegal drugs in her system. Her family said in a statement it is, quote, some relief to finally find out what happened to Amy. Ollie Barrett, London.
I don't even know if that would be a relief to find out that your daughter died that way. But this is a temptation, and it's not just for musical performers. I mean, you look at childhood actors over the years. It seems like anybody who's tainted by the influence of stardom at a very young age and money and things like, and you know, man, it's going to be a tough road of it. Give us more insight. Jenn Boshin, otherwise known as Lady Jenn, hanging out with us on the show. Welcome, Lady Jenn. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you could be here. I know your career is off to a pretty amazing start, but I want to ask you, as somebody who's on the verge of superstardom, I'm sure you have had people along the way that have said, okay, Jenn, you see Amy Winehouse, you see Britney Spears, you see Lindsay Lohan. Don't do that stuff. But I want to ask you.
No, I'm not planning on it.
And I'm sure that's easy to say, and I'm sure they've all said that. But when you're out there and you're in the midst of this, you're performing, is it that prevalent out there? I mean, these temptations?
It is and it isn't. It really depends on the kind of people that you are involved with, you know, the friends that you have, the kinds of the business that you make with people. I found that you can come across pressure in any point of your life. You know, some kids as early as elementary school or junior high are affected by the peer pressure of smoking, of drinking, of getting into drugs. And most, you know, of course, in high school and college, you get a lot of that. And, of course, you know, everyone has been peer pressured in their life. And I'm absolutely certain the more money you have, the more you are in the public eye, the more pressure you are under, you look for ways to relieve that, and people do that in different ways.
All right, this is pop star Lady Jenn Boshin joining us on the show. As a matter of fact, can I get Newfish? Can you put a link to her video on my Facebook page? My Facebook page, Branden at News Radio 1620. We should have that up in just a few minutes from now.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm glad to do it for you. And you're right, we all do encounter peer pressure and things like that. And
we all do. It's just the level.
But what about when you throw the money in there? I mean, I know you're getting mad money, and people, everywhere you go, people start to know who you are. I mean, that's got to be, it's got to be tough, because we all have egos, too. And our egos if we're being honest, Jenn, our egos like to be fed.
Of course.
What do you have to do even more so to make sure you don't fall into any of those temptations?
I think positive reinforcement, not only from others, from friends, from family, from your fans, but inside yourself is very important. High self-esteem, making sure that you are doing things for yourself sometimes and not just for other people. You know, like the need to please others in this business is crucial. You know, you want people to like you. You want to have a huge fan base. You want to perform. There's a lot of pressure there. It's just different people's ways of encountering that.
Well,
dealing with it.
You're saying all the right things. You're not like into Christian music. I mean, you're like a regular pop star, because you're saying
no.
You're saying all the right things, but But when you're out there doing it, I know it's a totally different thing. So what's your immediate future holding for you right now, Lady Jenn?
Oh, right now we're doing radio interviews. We're doing TV interviews. I had my first live performance at Irving Plaza in September, and that was phenomenal. We're in the middle of live bookings right now. You can find all of the live bookings as they come at jennboschen.com, my main website, as well as my Facebook and Twitter. We're moving around from place to place, talking to everyone, just trying to get Don't Love You. That's my new single out there. And on TV, which is a little hard to do because some stations are calling it a little too sexy for television. That's why I'm going to
put on my Facebook page for you, Branden.
Please put it on.
1620.
Because the internet is where it's going to spread first.
So, but let me ask you this. 'Cause I know you've worked very hard. You worked for a lot of years, and you are very talented at what you do. Otherwise, you would not be on the show. What is that like? All these years of hard work. Because listen, I had somebody tell me one time. They said, listen. You don't accomplish your dreams. You accomplish your goals. What is it like the first time you're up there, you're performing in front of a big, major live audience, and you're doing it? What was that moment like for you, Jenn?
I can't tell you how overwhelming and exciting and gratifying it is to realize how much hard work has paid off. I've been wanting to do this my whole life. I went to college for vocal performance, and to be up there on stage seeing all of your hard work appreciated.
It's like you get to see this.
Very gratifying feeling.
These are the fruits of my labor. And when I was a kid, I had a dream, and I turned those dreams into goals, and now I am doing it. When are you going to come see us in Florida?
I hope soon. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Thursday. Hit me up on Friday, Lady Jenn. We'll chat
there
then.
Go.
I've got the video is now posted.
I'd love to be in Florida right now. The weather just must be a lot nicer than what it is up here right now. It's freezing up here.
Where are you?
I'm right now in Pennsylvania visiting family. I'm going back up to New York tomorrow.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'd be glad to have you here in Florida. Listen, we've got a link to your video, your new single is posted on my Facebook page, Branden at newsradio1620.com. Continue on the straight and narrow path and continue working towards your goals, not your dreams, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Lady Jenn, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, bye-bye. 6:45.